Let me see if I'm able to go live here on YouTube. Oh, I'm not sure if anybody. I think I'm live on YouTube. This is my first YouTube live. Haven't really done that one, but yeah, man, it's just it's. I like the relic stuff. Cool. It's just it's not the same because they didn't really get the proper battle scars, you know.
It's like buying pre-ripped jeans.
Yeah. It's not the same, man. It's definitely not the same.
Well, you were talking about getting your first DiMarzio 10 years ago. What got you hooked up with DiMarzio in the first place?
Well, my first introduction to DiMarzio was, Chuck. And, because Dime was a Seymour Duncan dude, and I actually hate Seymour Duncans. I've never liked Seymour Duncans. They sound very metallic-y to me. And let's see, Ryan, let's hear some more. Ryan, you got fans that want to hear some vocals, homie?
Yeah, it's my little brother.
Oh, word.
Yeah, he's trolling.
Oh, I'm trying to edit some shit over here. As far as audio. Hold on, let me real quick, 1 second, brother.
Yeah,
go ahead. So yeah, like my first introduction was Chuck from Death, and he was a DiMarzio X2N guy, and that was my first introduction to DiMarzio. And when I tried it out, I was like, fuck, like this shit kicked ass. And at the time, I was not. Can you guys hear my audio? At the time, I was not using tube amps. I was a solid state guy, and I loved it. And I wasn't using boost pedals either. So it was the perfect pickup because it was just super high output, like relentless. And it was just one of those things where it was just like, yo, you touch the guitar and bam, it's ready to kick ass. So it was my first. Oh, you can hear me? Yeah, cool. So yeah, it was my first introduction to DiMarzio, and I've been playing literally DiMarzios for over 12 to 13 years, and now I'm an artist with them. I've been a DiMarzio artist for like I think 2 years now, coming up on 2 years. So yeah, man, it's one of those things that it's so critical to my sound. I don't ever see myself changing from any other type of pickup, like playing other type of pickups or any other brands of pickups. So, it's for me. And, I have so many different guitars and they're all loaded with DiMarzios. And the ones that are not, I just got a huge DiMarzio order that just came in last week. So I got to take those little by little to my tech and start, swapping pickups out and shit like that.
Which one's first?
Now, I don't know. You saw on my story, maybe like a few days ago, I put that Warlock. Yeah. So well, apparently, I want to do like a fan thing where whatever has the most votes will be the pickups that I put in there. But I wanted to put the X2N and the PAF, but everyone voted on the Titans, so I will honor that and I'll put the Titans in there.
Yeah, I've heard they're
badass. I've played them. They're great. They're great. Yeah. They're really good. They're definitely very tight, very articulate. Because they're meant for, what's his name, Jake Bowen. I'm not into that periphery shit. Yeah. Fuck. They got like one cool riff out of everything that they've made, in my opinion, and that it's.
Like the singer gets some really cool vocal hooks every now and then. But beyond that, it's just I don't know.
Not my thing.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me answer this. Hold on, let me answer this motherfucker right here, Luis Torres. Oh, you know Luis Torres, bro? Oh, who's my man over here? 7H3 Heavy. I got it going on the YouTube as well. 7H3 Heavy. I agree with you, bro. I dislike periphery with the passion myself, dude. Fuck that. Guitar Storms, greetings from NYC, bro, in New Jersey. Joe, what's up, man? Who else we got in here? Gabriel, what's up, man? What's up? But yeah, dude, yeah, fuck that. I like death metal, bro. I like some fucking pure, aggressive death metal, man. Fuck that.
I don't know. I think when that shit first hit, I was at Marshall, where I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing like jazz studies and stuff like that. So I had my head kind of up like music theory's ass and was on all that like kind of pretend.
Oh, can you still hear me, Ryan? My bad, Ryan. You cut out. Were you able to hear me at all?
No, you kind of cut out on me.
All right, yeah. Go ahead. I know you were saying something when you were at studying jazz studies.
Yeah. I just kind of had my head up the ass of music theory
Mm-hmm.
and progressive and technical shit.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got into the whole genty thing, like literally. Like, Periphery was they just put out their first album.
Mm-hmm.
Animals Leaders just put out their first album, which all those guys are killer musicians, but it did not really hold up with me over time.
Yeah, man. It's you know me and my buddies Justin and Kevin Frassard. Those are my mans, bro. Yo, dude, those guys are awesome. But we stay bullshitting about how some of these guitar players nowadays they're great guitar players. But it's like they got this whole finger gymnastics shit going on. Like, yo, fuck that. Like, you're gonna make a song. It's gonna be all this fucking finger gymnastics shit, and then the next song is gonna sound just like that. Like, let's hear some fucking let's hear some riffs, man. Let's hear some fucking crushing shit. But I guess that's where just play riffs. That's right. I guess that's what that's where the scene is headed nowadays. Where it's just like this whole who can outplay who. Whereas opposed to, you got guys back in the day who were just writing some shit that they felt and it was, heavy riffs and just whatever they had at the moment, And that stuff stood the test of time. I mean, that's the reason why we're still talking about shit like as gruesome as it was for the time Cannibal Corpse. It was some shit that they were just like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. This is just what we feel. It's just like primal as shit. And then you had guys like fucking Death, my favorite, Obituary, shit like that, so you got this motherfucker over here, Luis Torres, saying he plays dadcore. Fucking hate that guy, bro. But I love him at the same time. I know he's watching this shit. Te lo que un come mierda, Luis. Is that a Chuck Schuldiner BC Rich? This is not Chuck's BC Rich, but I did have the Chuck Schuldiner model. I ended up so check this out. This is a cool story, Joe. So I had Chuck Schuldiner's original Stealth, the import model, and I was selling. I've had a lot of Stealths. This is my favorite guitar shape. So I was selling my 7-string Stealth because at the time it was my first 7-string, and I just couldn't vibe with it. Now I love 7 strings, but I just couldn't vibe with that at the time, right? So long story short, I listened. I listed my my 7-string on eBay, and there was a picture next to it of my Chuck Schuldiner guitar. And somebody messaged me. He goes, "Hey, I don't want the guitar that you're selling in the listing, but I see that you have the Chuck Schuldiner guitar next to it. I want to buy it." I said, "That guitar is not for sale." He messages me back and he goes, "I'm willing to pay a lot of money for it." And I was like, "Bro, how much you willing to pay?" He goes, "Anywhere from like $3,500 to $5,000." So I was like, "Yo, check it out, 4,700, bro, with the case. What's up?" And he's just like, "Done, I'll do it." And then I thought it was a scam at first. I was like, "Bro, this is not the custom shop model. This is the import model." He's like, "Yeah, I want it." I was like, "All right." So, yeah, that's it. Yep. He paid 4,700 for a fucking import model, brother. That's exactly what happened. And I got the receipts to fucking prove it. My boy from Sinister Metal didn't believe me. And I showed him a fucking receipt of the payment, and he was just like, "Yo, you motherfucker." But, getting back to the story, at first I thought it was fake. I thought this motherfucker was trying to scam me. Hey, this is my boy right there. Look at that piece of shit. Sinister Metal right there. I was just talking about you, motherfucker. So, I was thinking it was gonna be a fucking scam. And he was just like, oh, can we do payment through UPS payment on delivery? I was like, nigga, we're gonna do this shit. We doing PayPal, homie. And you sending me my fucking money. And when shit clears, I'll send you the fucking guitar. And it took about a week and a half. He was like, I don't have PayPal. My bank won't let me pay. It was just all this bullshit. And I was like, yo, this motherfucker's trying to scam me. Lo and behold, he got his PayPal account set up. He got everything taken care of. And the money was in my fucking account. And PayPal was like, it's okay to ship now. And I was like, yo, you got to be kidding me. This motherfucker just paid $4,700 for my guitar. I didn't want to sell. But at the time, I was building, Murder the Mix Studios. And I was just like, yo, this could buy a lot of shit for the studio. So it is what it is. So, Joe, this is not the Chuck, but I had that one. And this is the Stealth Pro. So there's a little story that goes together with that question. Yeah, man.
How long ago was that?
I'll say like 3 years or 4 years, around there. 3 or 4 years. Yeah, something like that. Then you bought. It's like this motherfucker. Luis Torres said I bought a blow up doll for $4,700. Yeah, I did, Louis. I did, and it had your fucking face on it. You motherfucker. Pierced nipples and all, brother. This motherfucker. Yo, I saw you having a drink. Cheers to all my homies out on YouTube, all my homies out on Instagram. Cheers. It's fucking metal Saturday. Yo, listen, I never liked IPA. I was always a Pilsner guy. But one day I was at Buffalo Wild Wings and the girl was just like, listen, we have a special on this. I'll bring you a glass for free to try it. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? So I asked her, and it's NJ Beer Co. It's their IPA. And honestly, ever since then, I got a taste for all these different IPAs. And in my opinion, this may be the best IPA out of all the brands and all the local brews and all the different states that I've been in. This may be the best IPA that I've ever had. And it's crazy because they brew this shit maybe 5 minutes away from my studio. Literally, like it's on this block. You just go a couple of avenues down and they brew this shit right here.
Nice. We got a couple local ones around here that are pretty good. There's a Devil Lambs IPA. I don't normally fuck with IPAs either.
Yeah.
Just kind of tastes like piss and hops most of the time, but
once when you find a good one, my nigga, yo, bro, I'll get back to you with that setup. I'll set up your guitar. I'll give you a price. But my nigga, I've been busy, so bear with me. I will get back to you hopefully tonight because I have a session after this. If not tomorrow morning or afternoonish, I will definitely get back to you. It's my boy Lennon right there. Who else? But yeah, man, when you find a good one, it's like I said today I was just like, you know what? I was gonna get Presidente, which is I'm Dominican, by the way. So I was gonna get Presidente, but I had that shit last night. So I figured today I was like, you know what? I'm going all NJ, repping my homies out in NJ. Word, dude. I got some stories with this fucking beer. I can't share that though on fucking on the live. I can't share that shit. But message me and I'll tell you.
I'll get it out of you.
Yeah. Not on the live. Trust me, no, you won't get that shit out of me on the live. But you hit me up and I'll tell you a story or two with this fucking beer. Yeah, man.
What got you addicted to BC Rich to begin with? Was it also Chuck?
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Everybody knows me as a death metal guy. What's the first thing someone should Just if you can keep track of some of the questions here.
Yeah.
Or I guess you know what's cool, guys. If you have questions, put that. I think there's a little question box. Put that in there so we can get to it. We won't forget, because I'm trying to juggle between the YouTube, and I'm trying to juggle between the Instagram. And real quick, guys, on YouTube, can you hear Ryan? I got my chest mic on, so I don't know if you guys can hear Ryan, but if you can, please let me know. I'm trying to balance the different platforms and shit. Trying to see, you guys can barely hear him. I'm gonna try to get closer. Ryan, can you say some shit real quick?
Yo, what up with it?
You guys, yo, you guys hear him a little bit better now?
A little bit.
Anything? Yeah. A Guitar Storm says he hears him okay. Joe says he barely hears you, and 7H3 Heavy, fucking cool username. Okay, that's better. That's better. They said cool. Sorry for my Instagram homies though. I'm mad like up in your grill and shit. Fucking headbutt you motherfuckers. So yeah, I was trying to Gabriel, I was trying to raise some more volume up on Ryan, but I think that's about as much as this iPhone's gonna go. You what happened?
I got like pedal boxes all over my fucking desk.
Oh, dude, bro, my studio's a fucking mess right now, dude. I've been working like a dog. I've just been in here every day, just between clients and lessons and fucking, mixing and mastering and editing and all that shit. It's just been fucking like, and moving shit around. I'm gonna get to your question real quick. I'm just gonna try to keep up with some of the guys on YouTube too. Joe, I believe Joe asked, whatever happened to the Marshall? So if you, I can't, I'm not gonna move the camera right now, but over here is usually where my Marshall amp is. Or you can see it on YouTube. You can see it right there. That's the Cali, this white thing right here. I don't know if you can see that, Ryan. Probably not, but right there, that's the Cali.
Oh, yeah.
The Marshall, actually, Joe, I took it in for maintenance today. I ended up getting a really good amp tech that is really close to me. So it's about 10 blocks away. So I just, dropped it off. And he should have a diagnosis for me within a week. I believe I narrowed down the issue. It's definitely an issue with the preamp tubes, and it's in V4 and V5, which I believe is the effects loop. But I'm no certified amp tech, so. But I did narrow it down because I did tap on things, and I made sure to see which tubes were microphonic and not. And it's like V4 and V5. I don't know if you know about that stuff, Ryan, but there's different whatever the fuck they're called, but different numbers in the tubes. And V4 and V5, there's an issue which is causing hum and all that stuff, Joe. So it's a slap a microphone on that phone. Yeah, I'm trying, Joe. It's just I'll get it better for the next one. I'm trying to get more of a stuff for Ryan real quick. My bad, Ryan. You might have to yell at these motherfuckers out on YouTube. Trying to include them into the mix,
I'll try to speak up a little bit. I got muted, but I pulled up your YouTube live stream too, just for the hell of it.
All right. Word.
Bro, I'm hurt. You called me Riggs of Doom.
Oh, bro. Fuck, dude. Dude, my bad, dude. My bad, bro. I was wilding out, bro. Riggs of Death Metal. Bro, I was fucking rushing, bro. Can I change it?
I don't know. Maybe
I'll change that shit later. I got you, bro. My bad, dude. I've been fucked up all day, bro. Trying to running around getting shit done, dude. My bad. But yeah. So your question was, if I remember correctly, what got me into BC Rich, right? So it was definitely Chuck. And the funny story with that is, I've made some stories on my YouTube, or some videos on my YouTube, And I think you saw that one about Dimebag and how he got me into wanting to play guitar and all that shit. But it's so funny because I used to make fun of death metal. I used to think that death metal was fucking garbage, dude. And one day, I don't know if where you living at?
West Virginia.
You guys don't have Optimum down there. Well, basically it's the cable service, right? So out here in New York and New Jersey. So we have the cable service and it has channels. I'm sure you have it. It has channels that are dedicated to music and it has different genres. It has like metal, it has R&B, it has, hip hop, all this shit, right? So one day late at night, I'm watching the metal channel or I'm listening to the metal channel while I'm just laying in bed hanging out. And this song, Crystal Mountain, comes on. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I write the name down and I was like, it's from the band Death. So I write it down. And next thing you know, I decided to check out the album. And it was a Symbolic album. And I loved it. Thought it was great. And then I checked out the rest of Death's discography. And I hated it. All the heavy shit like Leprosy, Spiritual Healing, dude, I fucking hate Human. I fucking hated it. And it was just little by little, it started to grow on me. And it transitioned to this whole thing where it's like Slayer wasn't enough for me anymore. Like thrash metal, like wasn't enough for me anymore. And slowly, little by little, it started to transition into fucking death metal. And that's what I'm known for now. And yes, so Chuck, getting how that story ties together is Chuck was the guy who influenced me to kind of take my playing to a different level. I wouldn't say better than Dime, but just different. Yeah. And as I was growing as a musician and someone who was starting to take his instrument a little bit more serious, I started to get into a whole different genre of music, which was heavier and more brutal and more extreme. And then, I started finding bands like Cannibal, Deicide, Morbid Angel, all that type of shit. And here we are today, man. So
the first guitar I ever wanted before I even started playing, I was just looking through a buddy's guitar catalog, and I was interested. I was like 13 or 14, and it had an ad with Kerry King. It was like for a fucking rack tuner or something.
It was like a fucking Korg tuner. It's like, yes, I'm fucking buying this Korg tuner because this is the Korg tuner that Kerry King fucking tunes his guitars after he does his shitty solos.
It had a picture of him like playing live with one of his Warlocks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I've never seen him play before or after. So like, it was like this weird dark red and black with the black tribal. It was almost like fucking burgundy or some shit. I don't know, but I was like, I remember going through this little catalog, and there was sounds. Whoa, who's that dude? They're showing me like Les Pauls and Strats. He was like a classic rock, and he played. We were like 13 or whatever, but he'd been playing a few years. Like, yeah, these are good. These Paul Reed Smiths, and then Kerry King. Like, whoa, wait, who's that guy? Oh yeah, that's just Kerry King.
Be like, nah, motherfucker, who the fuck is that guy, bro?
Yeah, it's like I want that thing.
Yeah.
It's like, they're just okay. They're like for metal guitars, like, yeah.
Yeah, that's the type of shit I'm going for right there, dude.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. There's something special about heavy metal that I feel is missing now. Hey, Gabriel, on the Instagram, if you can type that in the message, I think there's a little question box, and that way you can get it. And I think Ryan, you or me are able to select it.
Yeah, there's still one here, real quick. What's the first thing that somebody should learn or do when they're first trying to play death metal? Get that picking hand in check.
Well, I would go even a step further and say, if you want to learn death metal, it has to be something that really grows on you. Because as I said, like I hated fucking death metal, dude. I thought, dude, I used to make fun of death metal. I used to think that death metal was stupid. It was fucking boring. These motherfuckers had no skill. They're fucking whack. It's just a bunch of fucking noise. And down, drop everything. You know, I thought it was just a bunch of bullshit. I just thought it was a bunch of fucking noise and bullshit. And as I started to become a better musician, I started to understand and learn. And I would say one of the first things that you really need to do when you're learning to play or wanting to learn how to play death metal is you got to develop a solid taste and love for a couple of bands, because you're going to start to see your mind shift into a whole death metal writing or riff writing territory. You know, it's just like I love hearing blues solos and shit like that, but it's not my thing. You know, I love hearing that, and I wish I could play like a blues player could, but that's not my thing. You know, I like listening to it, but it's, again, not my thing. So my whole thing with death metal is, if you really want to start getting into that and start playing that, really start to listen to a solid group of bands that you're like, wow, I really like this shit. And you're going to start to see your mind's going to start to shift, and you're going to start to like not write the same style of riffs, but you're definitely going to experience the influence there.
I would agree with that. It's definitely like this
Sub YouTube
overall mentality thing. I also got your chat up too. I'm just kind of glancing at it. Somebody made the comment, 80s, 90s guitar tones were the best tones compared to now.
Wait, who said that? Who said that?
7H3 Heavy.
Yo, my man, 7H. Oh, yeah, most likely. Unpopular opinion, but yo, 7H Heavy hit the fucking nail on the head. You're the fucking man. Yes, fucking 80s and 90s tones are the shit. Fuck, like these modern death metal tones and stuff, they're cool and all. They're fucking compressed to shit. And I want to talk about that too as an engineer. I want to talk about that shit. But 7H3 Heavy, yes. Fucking old school death metal tones and metal tones in general, or even fucking classic rock tones in general, were the best. You know why? Because it was about the player getting a fucking great sound out of his fucking guitar, out of his amp, and very few little gimmicks and gadgets and all this shit. Those are the best fucking tones. And even when they had the gimmicks and gadgets, like, you know, the flanger, the phaser, you know, the delay, the reverb, there was a certain flavor to it. It was a certain style, man. It was a certain vibe. And it was so fucking cool, where now it's just like, it's a little bit like, bro, I'm fine with never listening to you again.
Like, not to sound like a boomer or nothing, but a lot of
fucking nigga sound like a boomer. I don't give a fuck, bro.
A lot of it is just like using the same handful of plugins and same modelers.
Dude, listen, as an engineer, that shit fucks me up, bro, because I cannot stand that shit. Like, you know, anybody who records with me will tell you, I will bust your fucking ass. And bro, I've given people their money back. One time I had this fucking piece of shit drummer, and he wasted my fucking time. Bro, he wasted my fucking time getting shit done. And yo, I reached into my fucking pocket and I gave that I took the money and I slammed that shit on the fucking table. I said, get your fucking cymbals, get your shit, and get the fuck out of my fucking studio. Like, yo, I don't got time for this shit. Because as an engineer, my whole thing is the passion has to be there. I can get you whatever fucking sound you want. I can make you sound compressed and sterile as shit, or I can make you sound as raw and as mean and natural as possible. I've been doing it for fucking years. I know how to get it done. What happened?
Sorry. I was checking in on our questions, and your boy Justin.
I was just gonna say that fucking piece of shit, fucking Sinister Metal. What did he say? What did he say? Forget about whatever bullshit I was saying. What did this fucking piece of shit say?
He asked, is Goose transgender?
Yo, my nigga Sinister Metal, bro. He said, am I transgender? Yes. You don't hear this? You don't hear this voice? This motherfucker, bro. He stays buzzed. Listen, it's about time I get some payback. He gets some payback on me because I stay fucking trolling his live streams. I stay fucking talking shit in his live stream. And sometimes he be making like 2 or 3 hour live streams, bro. And I stay talking shit the whole fucking time. And he's like, this motherfucker's still here, bro. So I'll give you that one, Justin. I call him Compston.
Nice. Oh yeah, he's typed that a couple times.
Yo, Compston, I beat. He don't know what that means. That piece of shit, motherfucker. Let's take some YouTube questions. Hold on, boys. Hold on. You gotta give me a minute. I'm running out of brew. Give me a minute. I hope everybody got, or some of y'all have some drink. I'm about due for another one. Give me 1 second. Word. Questions. Ben, yo, this motherfucker Ben Shapiro. I love your fucking your username, dude. That shit cracked me up the other day. The other day, bro, I was in this fucking like serious ass conversation about some shit with my client, and it just said Ben Shapiro liked your I was fucking dying, dude. Yo, Ben Shapiro, you're the fucking man, dude. Yo, Blacktooth Fox, my UK homie, what's up? I appreciate you being on this fucking live stream, because motherfucker, it's like 3 a.m. for you, right? Some shit like that. My girl's English, and she's over there right now. Unfortunately, due to this whole fucking COVID shit, the plan was to have my girlfriend living here in the States with me by this point, but fucking COVIDia happened to strike. So I appreciate you being on the live, homie, because I know it's fucking late as fuck for you homies out there in the UK. So cheers to you. Shit. What did fucking Justin say? Is that him again?
No, I'm laughing at Ben Shapiro.
What did he say? I got great music. Why would you doubt it's not? My nigga Ben Shapiro, bro.
Oh God. Anyway.
Yo, Joe, the death metal community has some fucking, and the metal community in general has some really fucking cool people. But I will say lately there's been some suspect shit going on with some metal motherfuckers that I've seen, and I'm like, whoa, shit's a little bit different now. But yes, I do agree overall, Joe. There's a bunch of cool metalheads out there and metal people that are part of this community. Bunch of cool folks. Horns up, Ben. Fucking Ben Shapiro, dude. Glad to catch up. I appreciate that, Blacktooth. Appreciate that. It's passionate. And also, Blacktooth, while we're on it, yeah, man, the passion behind it, like I said, getting back to the story, that I've given people their fucking money back and be like, yo, get the fuck out of my studio because you were wasting my time. When I record a project, when I first started out as an engineer, you had to scrap and get the fucking, whatever business came in, But now, dude, I'm at the point where I make good money. I can afford to say, I want to work with you. I don't want to work with you. Yeah. And that's what I look for. It's honestly like, I don't give a fuck how sick of an instrumentalist you are or vocalist or whatever. If you don't have the passion behind it, I'll tell you to go fuck yourself. I'll give you your fucking money back and be like, yo, get the fuck out of my spot. You're wasting my time. You're draining my fucking energy. Because I call him Kumston Goethe from Sinister Faggot Guitars. Kumston Goethe, He knows, man. Like dude, I work really fucking hard. And at one point, if you even watch some of my older YouTube videos, in one of the videos, he's like, yo, bro, do you ever fucking sleep? Like, you're awake every fucking moment of the day. And that's basically what it is, bro. I sleep like 2 or 3 hours a day, and I'm up working on my fucking shit in the studio, getting shit out for clients, practicing. You know, him and Kevin Frassard, they get mad at me when we fucking start talking shit on like live streams or you know, like when we start talking like on a video call. And I'm practicing, and they're like, "Yo, Goose, shut the fuck up! Like, we're trying to have a chat, and you just, you know, like, dude, I'm trying, man. You know, I work hard. So, Blacktooth Fox, yes, it's all about the passion, and if you don't have that, you go fuck yourself. It's my philosophy on that.
I feel you on the whole sleep thing, but I think mine comes from working nights and having a newborn too.
Oh, yeah. How old is your newborn?
4 months now.
Shit, congrats, dude. My niece is my youngest niece is 6 months. I just saw her today. So yeah. So congrats on that, dude.
Thanks, man. Hey, I pinned up a question. Are you able to see that?
I am not seeing any questions.
Okay, I'll read it for you.
Go ahead.
It's from your boyfriend, and he asked.
Fucking constant piece of shit.
Ask Goose what they say. Ask Goose what they say to people at the pump gas.
Yo. I can't say that shit because YouTube or Instagram might start flagging me for some bullshit. But I'm gonna send you that video, Ryan. Ryan, since you're hosting this chat, I'm gonna send you that video. You'll know. Oh man, my boy Kumston Goethe. Yo, for you motherfuckers on YouTube that have Instagram and you guys on Instagram that obviously are on Instagram, go follow my boy Justin's page, Sinister Metal Guitars. He's like you, where you know it's not about this bullshit post whatever you know people submit. It's got to be fitting to the theme. Like his page is about real fucking metal shit. And the same thing with you. It's like, you know, it's some fucking death metal shit. And that's the type of rigs you want to see. You don't want to see fucking somebody with a Fender Bassman. You want to see like a fucking full high gain Marshall JCM 800 stack, or a Randall Thrasher, or a Fortin Cali or Sigil, whatever. You know, you want to see some metal shit, some death metal shit.
Okay. And I've tried asking a couple buddies like you know that know that I do this page and all that, and try to get them to submit, and they're like, nah, no way. Like, why? Come on.
Why not?
I was like, if you look at the page, you know, we got some crates up there, and then we got some angles. I mean, we run the gambit. I mean,
don't sleep on crate, man. Look, check this out. For you homies out on YouTube, you won't be able to see this, but you may have seen it in my other photos. I don't know if you can see that crate down over there.
Yeah.
So that's a crate stealth. That amplifier is one of the ones that I want to review on my YouTube channel as well. I just haven't done it yet because it needs some servicing and it needs to have like a whole bunch of like tubes replaced and everything. But that amp is fucking 90s death metal in a box. Like you turn that shit on, you crank the fucking gain, you crank the channel, it sounds like 90s fucking death metal. Like there's no pedals that you need. There's nothing. You just fucking take it, turn it on, put up the gain, and play. And you're going to be like, yo, it sounds like fucking 90s death metal. Sounds like Morbid Angel, like, you know, when they were releasing The Covenant. Sounds like fucking, you know, like Spiritual Healing. Sounds like shit like that, 1990. Sounds like Human also. It's got a very scooped and aggressive high gain sound. I love it. I don't play it as much because obviously I have other amps. I have a bunch of fucking amps. But which Mandible Claw, you talking about the crate that I just mentioned?
Oh, stealth?
I know Mandible Claw mentioned what model is that? Were you referring to the guitar, or were you referring to the crate that I just showed?
Same answer either way.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. You're my man Ryan's on that shit. So Mandible Claw, as my boy Ryan, yo, my boy CMG Media Group was good. Yo, Mandible Claw, it is actually the same answer like Ryan said. This is the BC Rich Stealth. And that is also, I told you, I don't give a fuck, bro. This is my favorite guitar. If something ever happened to it, I'd be so devastated. But, you know, I beat the shit out of it. So it's all right. And so it's it's the BC Rich Stealth, and the amp is also called the Crate Stealth. So, you know, they are both technically the Stealth.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but we got a dude on Instagram and YouTube. That's dedication.
Yeah, man. Jomi Guitars. Homie, what's up? Thank you for the support. Thank you, man. Thank you. Let's do one. Let's do one on the line. Yo, Line 6 Helix. Actually, I'm not a big fan of modelers and shit like that, man, but I fuck with the Line 6 Helix. I played it. It was cool. Would I ever own one? No. Unless it was a touring situation where I really needed something small and compact that can deliver the goods. I would use the Line 6 Helix if I really had to. I personally would prefer to build a pedal board with like a preamp and some effects pedals, like a delay and reverb and all that stuff, and then have a separate power amp, like a mini power amp. But if I absolutely had to use a Helix, I would. I think it delivers a good enough sound to get the job done.
Hey, to tag on to that, I fuck with the Helix shit. I mean, it's badass. I'm trying to speak up so they can hear me.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Like, I've had a couple of those products. Right now, I've got the Pod Go, and I'll use it with my Mesa and my real pedals as like kind of like just a switching system and some delays and shit, and get my my tone out of the amp. But I also got a Crate power block just to use as just a clean power amp. And, I'll use the Pod Go for practices or just, jamming and try to save on tubes. And, dude, it's legit.
Yeah. The Helix stuff is pretty cool. Like I said, I played it and I was impressed by it when it first came out. Yeah. I was lucky that at the time I had one of the Victor. I don't know if he's still there, but he was one of the GC reps, the Guitar Center reps that would go, or he was one of the Line 6 reps that would go to all the Guitar Centers. And at the time, I worked for the Guitar Center in Times Square, which was one of the flagships in New York City. And, he was able to give me a tour of the whole like rig, like in and out. He's also a pretty cool dude and a good guitar player. And I was fortunate to get the walkthrough from him. And, I thought it sounded great. I thought it sounded really cool.
And, the differences between it and some of the other shit out there is negligible. But, man, I fucking love the interface. It is just way more straightforward.
Yeah.
And like even Axe Effects is copping, the shit that Line 6 has done with the Helix. Like they changed their interface and everything to make it more like it.
Yeah. I agree. And like I said, would I ever get it personally? No, just for the simple reason that I'm really lucky that I'm able to have these amps and shit. And, I've worked my ass off to be able to have the amplifiers that I have. And I'm still not like Luis Torres, fucking asshole. I've been telling him to some of his fucking Marshalls, that piece of shit. And I hope he's still in the fucking chat. And if he's not in the chat, I'll message him after this and tell him that he's a piece of shit. I tell him I tell Luis Torres that he's a piece of shit almost like 6 out of 7 days a week. Like no joke. And he if he's in the fucking chat, he will confirm this. And yeah, that motherfucker's got an amazing amp collection. Like I'd rather go to his fucking house which I'm trying to, but fucking COVID and all this bullshit. I'd rather go to that motherfucker's house and hang out and try a bunch of amps. I'll answer that in a second, Compton. I'd rather go to his house and fucking try shit out than go to fucking GC and see what they got. And real quick, yo, my boy Sinister Metal just got Imperiums in the 7th string. I hope you love it. I hope it's everything you wanted. My boy Joe Coons, what's up, my man? Hope you're doing good, buddy. Sorry for the gas. You know, beer will do that to you.
Oh, I've been hiding this whole thing. Like just like.
Oh, bro, let it rip, brother. Let it rip. Don't do the Ola where it's like, you know, Ola's cool and all, but that shit got whacked real quick. That motherfucker's been doing that burping scheme for like fucking 4 years now. It's like, all right, brother. He's cool though. Ola's a super cool dude, super nice guy, but it's just like, yo, man, like, can we get back to the guitar stuff? Like less burping and more playing.
I got a cousin like that, so I'm kind of immune to it, I think. But I could see how it would get real old for most people.
Yeah. After a while, you're just like, come on, Ola, like,
Right.
You know, Ola. You know, talking about Ola, one thing that gets overlooked with him. Hold on, they must have overwaxed them, seeping through the hex pole pieces. Hey, Compton, that's not good, man. All right, I'm going to go. Hey, Jome Guitars, thank you for sticking around. I know you were in both the Instagram and the YouTube, so thank you, bro. And I hope that you have a fun time with your Mesa. Definitely send me some videos and shit. And yeah, I want to check it out. But Justin, I don't know. Send me some pictures and shit. I wanna see what you're dealing with the Imperiums. Yo, and by the way, Joe Coons, my man here, he's on Instagram as Joey Keys. He's a fucking phenomenal tech. The motherfucker knows his shit like the back of his hand. Great player too. That's one thing. Just wipe it away. He's a great player too. And it's phenomenal tech. So my man Joe, love you, buddy.
Let's see.
Questions.
I say we got like 4 of them lined up here, all from Gabriel Carpenter.
Yo, Gabe, let's get it, bro.
All right. Let's go. Okay. Let's do this one first. He kind of asked us earlier about our take on Solar guitars, and then he said another thing just about guitars coming out of Indonesia in general.
Yo, Joe, love you too, brother. Hope you're doing well, my man. And Compton, stop with the bullshit. You know I love you too. I see you got the gay pride flags on. I love you too, homie. My man. Listen, the whole thing with Solars is it's interesting, man. Like me, Kevin, Fassard, Justin, and Luis Torres, we have a group that we talk to each other. And bro, it's fucked up. Listen, not everyone is able. Look, I grew up fucking broke and poor. I've had people tell me that, oh, I must have had rich parents or some shit. Dude, I grew up fucking broke and poor. I worked fucking 17 hours a day as a musician and whatever fucking odd jobs I could to fucking be able to afford the shit that I have in my fucking studio now, which I got, like, you know, I got high-end custom shop guitars. I got high-end amplifiers, like handmade shit like the Cali, the Marshall. And, you know, I worked my ass off. Some people are working their ass off to pay for these Solar guitars, and they're not getting what they fucking paid for. They're getting fucking duds. You know, that's fucked up. Because me, as someone who can definitely understand the fucking struggle, it's not cool, man. When you're so fucking excited, you want to get the guitar of your dreams. For some of these people, they get it and they're like, yo, there's a fucking giant crack on the fretboard. Or even worse, oh, these frets are fucking coming out. Or these frets are not crowned right or whatever, and there's fucking buzzing going all over the neck. the logo's peeling off. That's just fucked up, bro. And the fact that they don't want to come out and have an official statement as to what's going on, I think is fucked up. I think it's fucked up. Like, if you've seen the KDH video, you know, KDH wrote to Ola and Ola responded. He's like, I really don't think we need to make a statement about this. It's being dealt with. Well, guess what? In my opinion, you do need to make a statement about it, because it's not one, it's not two, it's not three, it's not four, it's not five people saying this shit. It's several people saying this shit, and several people who have bought their guitars at different times. And if you look at the Facebook group that is moderated by Solar Guitars, you won't see any of this shit. But if you look at the other group that's not moderated by Solar Guitars or anybody affiliated with the company, then you're going to see consistent issues of people saying, hey, I've got a cracked fretboard, or I've got frets that look like shit. They play like shit. They're fucking popping out. They need to be reseated. You know, yeah, and look, what Justin just said is perfect. I'm not expecting perfection out of imports, but there's a certain threshold of QC issues. And listen, when you have several people complaining about the same issue, it's got to be addressed, because at this point it's gotten to be enough where people are talking about it. You get what I'm saying? And if it's enough where people are talking about it, then it should be addressed. You know, I've played some of their guitars. The ones I've played are great. My man Rex just joined the group. My man Rex got some Solar guitars, and I'm sure his guitars are awesome. He's had them for a while. But, you know, I really do feel that they need to address some of the QC issues that they've been having. Listen, the Corona shit is real. It has fucked up manufacturing for a lot of people. Floyd Rose right now is out of all the real original Floyd Roses. Those they're fucked. Like, they won't have stock probably until, they said, February they will regulate shit. They're not gonna regulate shit. They're gonna have stuff ready for probably June or July, where you can buy a Floyd Rose again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand manufacturing has been fucked up, but again, I feel that they need to address these issues and say, hey, listen, you know, we're having these certain issues, and some people have said that they have been dealing with it. Other people have said that, you know, their Solar is not taking care of me at all. I don't know. I'm not a Solar user. I'm not a, you know, I don't have any of their guitars, so I don't know. I don't want to comment on shit that I don't know. But, you know, I feel that at least they need to make an issue, and Ola himself needs to make an issue, because even though he's not the guy who has the majority of the money to run that company, he is the face of that company. Right. You know, so I think for him to say that it's not important enough to make a statement about it on the KDH video, I didn't like that. Again, Ola's a really cool dude. He's a really honest guy. I've met him. Great guy. I love hanging out with him. Love talking to him. Super nice guy. But I think, you know, he should say, hey, you know, this is what's going on. And at the beginning, he himself was flying out and doing the QC. And that's what I'm saying. Like, he brings a lot of passion and energy to what he does. So I don't fault him for 1 second. I'm not saying like, yo, you're fucking up. But since he is unable to be there, I think what they should do, and Lewis, my man Luis Torres made a great video about it. One of the things that me and Justin were talking about is they need to take more, like, they need to make less guitars and make sure that, hey, we may be, excuse me, we may be out of stock, but the guitars we're producing are fucking top notch, high quality. Like, when you get it, it's going to be perfect. People will be much happier with quality, man.
Absolutely. I've got some friends that work at, well, I'm friends with the local, you know, music shop here, and they carry LTD and Jackson, maybe Schecter, which I'm pretty sure all of these come out of the same, well, all the Indonesian ones come out of the same factory as Solar, I believe. And that's been the thing for them is they've barely been able to get anything in. When they get something in, they sell out pretty fucking quick. But it's just really, really tough getting anything in from out of the country right now. So it seems like even the bigger brands, are trying to exercise like what you're talking about. Which I've heard a couple of things with Jackson here and there. Nothing as bad as like Solar's going through.
Yeah. Jackson's wilding the fuck out, bro. Me and my boy Justin, that's my boy, bro. We talk about mad shit, and some people will say that Justin trolls on his page and shit, Sinister Metal Guitars, but bro, he says the fucking truth. Like, there's some motherfucking brands that is like, Jackson, why the fuck is Jackson paying or charging $1,300 to $1,400 for a guitar that's made in fucking China when for a fact they're paying about $400 to $500 to get that guitar made? Like, yo. And on top of that, their parent company is Fender. So they got the fucking money, dude. They got the fucking money to do it. Yo, Justin, go study, do your shit. I'll catch up with you later, brother.
Thanks for tuning in, man.
Yeah, that's my man right there, Sinister Metals, bro. But yeah, dude, like, he raised a very valid point. It was just like, they Solar or companies that are struggling should say, listen, we can't produce the volume that we were doing before Corona. But what we can fucking produce is top quality shit. So when you get it, it's right. I would much rather have that as a customer than, get your fucking axe and be disappointed. This is my dude, my drummer Carlos right there. Carlos is a fucking, I love the guy, love him to death. He's trolling me right now. He's like, he Goose, long time no see. The motherfucker, right before I got on the live stream with you, literally just had rehearsal with this motherfucker. Yo, Carlos, I hope you and your wife had a good dinner, good little get together, our outing. That's my man. I love that dude, bro. And me and him are working on finally, hopefully, finishing the Murder album, which is my band. And hopefully we can get that done within the next couple of months for everybody to check out and hear or preview. And, but he's a phenomenal drummer. And not only do I love him as a drummer and a musician, but, as a friend, he's a great guy. I love him.
Hell yeah. Hey, I meant to ask, once the pandemic and all this shit we get some semblance of normalcy again, you gonna take to playing live shows again, or?
So I'm in a situation where, long story short, I'm supposed to do I can't reveal certain things.